my friends. Welcome. You're a little crooked, or I'm crooked. Welcome to the first day of the new year of 2024. So, no, I didn't see the new year roll in at midnight last night. We went to bed as usual. But before I went to bed, I want to tell you, my friends, that I have reached 600 subscribers. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. I'm so happy. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, each and every one of you, for visiting with me and crocheting with me and just hanging out with me and listening to me. I need a little chapstick. It's dry in here this morning. Hold on, folks. When I start talking, I can feel it. It's dry here where I live. Takes some getting used to, but see my hair, it's a mess. I had it all fixed yesterday. We went to church. It looked good all afternoon, and I slept on it, and electricity, and it's clean. It just looks a mess. And I don't feel like putting a hat on, so it is what it is. And what you see is what you get, me. Okay, well, I just wanted to come on here and thank everyone who has subscribed to me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I care about each and every one of you. I do. I don't know you personally, but I am getting to know quite a few of you guys out there. Y'all are the sweetest subscribers, really. I'm serious. And I wish y'all a great new year. I just want to thank you. You know what my husband said back in November? My little channel was growing, little bits by bits. That's fine. I'm not like in a rush or it's just been fun, okay? That's why I started it, to meet a bunch of people, and I have. But he told me last November, he said, I bet you by the 1st of January you have 600 subscribers. And I said, I don't think so. I don't see it. And last night I checked it at 8 o'clock before I went to bed, and I went from 599 to 600. Whoever that 600th was, thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you, the 599 and the 598 and the 597 and the first and the second and the third and the fourth and so on. So this is a celebration of you for me today. Thank you, and it's a great, great honor to have you as a subscriber. And you see what I'm back to, right? You see that? I'm back to gloves and finger guards. My fingers are so bad. My thumb, all three of these fingers except my pinky are so sore. I tried everything yesterday. I've tried the liquid bandage, and I've tried the finger guard, because I've just been crocheting because I love it. I can't help it. I want to not do it because I want my hand to get well, but I realized this morning, I got up and I said, I'm not crocheting today. No, I gotta let my hand heal up. I need to take a break, right? Take a break. Well, I came in here in my little craft room, and I sat down with my cup of coffee, and I looked at the YouTube, who I'm subscribed to see if there's anything up, and there was a few, and I watched them, and I said, I am not picking up that crochet. And the longer I sat there, I thought, well, maybe if I put a glove on, it's better than not crocheting. So I put a glove on. This finger here is so sore, it has to have some kind of cushion on it. And I'm putting that real great hand cream on it, on my hands, but combination. Low humidity, it's dry out here, and I guess it's the way I crochet. I don't know what it is, folks. Am I the only one that has skin problems when I crochet? I thought I had gotten over it. You know, a few months ago, I couldn't hardly crochet either. And I rested it, and I found the finger guards, the gloves, the finger guards, and then it got better. Well, it's bad again. So, anyway, there's that. And I have been crocheting a lot. And I have all these in this color, granny squares. I have the mint, well, it's called sea glass. I have these. And I have my purples. I have a total of 21. And I know that's not that many in the scheme of a granny square blanket, but just an idea of what I've been up to. Excuse me, my nose. Okay, so I have a few things to talk to you about this great January the 1st. Oh yeah. And I thought maybe we could crochet and chat. I'm just going to treat you like you're sitting right here. So, do you want a cup of coffee? How about a cup of tea? I wish I could get you one, but in Cyberland, you got one. So turn around here, and I want to crochet and chat with you guys. And grab a drink, and a project, any project that you can crochet and talk to me, or listen to me, not talk to me. I'm going to be talking to you. This here is my 3rd cup of coffee this morning. My husband has not been drinking a lot of coffee, so I put the coffee pot on last night. Let me take a sip. I put the coffee pot on last night, so when I got up this morning, I wouldn't have to worry about it. And I asked him, because he hadn't been drinking that much coffee. He's on the Ozempic. A lot of people take it for weight loss. He's taking it for diabetes, but a side effect is weight loss, and a lot of doctors are prescribing it for their patients for weight loss. So that's a fact, and he has lost a lot of weight, but it also decreases your appetite. And we were struggling to afford this medicine for him every month. Sorry, we don't buy it weekly, we buy it monthly. And for a month's supply, it was $245, which, when you're on a fixed income, as we are, and as some of you folks out there are, or if you're not, you can certainly relate to what I'm saying. Oh, I'm sorry, my camera fell off. Hold on, folks. My friends, I didn't have it up there right. It never does that. So, sorry about that. Now, that was such a shock. It fell on my hand, and I wondered if it was the cats jumping up here. Okay, go back down here. What was I saying? I don't even know. Oh, yeah. The cost of that Ozempic. But, I mean, and I know most of you can understand what I'm saying. But we managed. And we will go on managing. Because you can't put a price on your health, right? Well, that's right. You can't. But we had voiced our concerns to the doctor when we went back for his checkup in December. And she said, you know, you can get that same medicine from a compound pharmacy. They will send it right to your doorstep. And the price was like half of what we're paying now. So we hooked up with those folks, and we got his medicine. It doesn't come in an Ozempic brand injection tube syringe. It comes in a tiny little vial, and they sent us the you give it right under the skin like you give insulin subcutaneously, and they sent us those syringes and the vial for half the price. And he had been off of it for a couple of weeks because we were trying to get in touch with this compound pharmacy, and we kept missing each other. So he had gone without it for a few weeks, And actually his appetite had returned a little bit. So last Wednesday evening, Wednesday it came. As soon as it came, late afternoon, I gave him an injection. And ever since I did, he hasn't been eating or drinking anywhere near what he did. So he's not into much coffee in the morning, if any. So getting back to what I said, boy, I'm rambling. But like I said, we're just having a chit-chat. So he said, just make 10 cups of coffee for in the morning. I said, okay, that's why I ask him, because I never know. And usually we make 12 to 13. So my point is, my friends, this is my 3rd cup, and there's not much in there for him, but we have plenty of coffee, and if that isn't enough for Mr. How the Hook Turns, we'll just make him some more. He's still sleeping, by the way. I woke up at 5:30, as per usual. I slept real good last night. None of that waking up at 1 or 1:30 last night. So it is not easy to crochet like this, friends, because it isn't the glove or the finger guard. It is my tension. I'm not being able to smoothly transition this yarn over the wrap on my fingers like I normally do, and my tension is off, and I have had to just readjust how I do things with this. But it's either this or I can't crochet. I hope none of y'all have this kind of problem. This isn't fun. Well, I mean, it's fun to crochet, but it isn't fun to have to resort to these contraptions to be able to enjoy what you're doing. But enough about that. I figured it out, and I'll do this for a few days, and I'll be back to normal. So they're coming out looking the same, even with this on my hand. So I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, I have got some great comments from you guys. Thank you so much for your comments. I have had a couple of subscribers tell me right in the comment, my last video. Let me get a sip of this. My last video, that magic ring or magic circle, whatever you want to call it, to start out your granny square, they have heard people post on online that when they washed their blanket, the magic circle came undone. Oh my. Well, I decided it's not worth the risk to me. So I've gone back to chaining 4 and making a loop in the first single crochet on the chain, and I guess I will just stay with that. I don't have a problem doing it that way. The only reason I did the magic circle, I messed up, folks, my tension, as I said. The magic circle allows me to control the center of this granny square a lot better. I mean, I can tighten it up a lot easier, and I was weaving it all back in here like a couple of times around and going back around, but I don't want to take a chance. There's too much work in this. If that happened, especially, when I get this finished, it's not for me or us. It is for one of my children, my oldest son. I would hate to give something to somebody. Well, I would just hate just because, no matter who had it, for it to come undone. But especially my son, I want to leave this to him, so when I'm no longer here, he'll have something that I made, and he can look at it and say, every stitch in here my mom put. That's why I'm doing it. This is the son that I don't hear back from very often, but I love him just the same. I love him very much. He's very dear to me. Even if he doesn't call or come around, it doesn't change how much I love him. But I don't get calls from him. I don't get Christmas cards from him. I don't get visits from him. He calls me on the holidays. He calls me on my birthday. Other than that, I don't really know what's going on with him. That is one reason I have a Facebook account. I don't post on that. One of you guys asked me, I think it was Tammy. If I'm wrong, forgive me, but I think it was her. Asked me again what my Facebook is. Well, honey, I don't post on there, so you wouldn't. I have one, but I'm never there. I just go on Facebook so I can find out about my children, especially my oldest. I want to know he's all right. I want to know what's going on in his life. And his wife does post on there, so that's why I have it. I don't have it because there's anything on there for me. So, I mean, you can, if y'all want it, I'll put it on there, but there's nothing on there. I don't go on there. If you left a message or something, I would never see it. I go on there maybe monthly, every 3 weeks, just to see what's going on. But I don't post anything. Really, the only social media that I have is I have Messenger from Facebook. I do use that. And I have YouTube. And that's really it. Maybe I should consider something different. And I don't have a post office box because I would have to go, I've said it before, 15 miles west up this road to a tiny little town. And I don't want to travel 30 miles to get mail. Of course, I know I wouldn't be doing it every day, but I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, not for anybody to send gifts or anything, but I did miss getting Christmas cards and sending Christmas cards this Christmas. And if I'd have had y'all's address and if y'all had mine, we could have exchanged cards. And I mean, I want to do it, and I'm thinking about it. It might be something I do in this new year. But that is why I don't have, and I don't want to put my physical address because there are weirdos out there. None of my subscribers are, of course, but anybody can, I mean, find out where I live, and they may be unsavory characters. I don't know. I watch a lot of those crime shows. I love crime shows. And my husband, my ex-husband, not my current sweet husband, but my ex-husband was on the police force, and I know about all that stuff that can go on. And my son was a captain on the police force in Texarkana. So, and my brother-in-law was a captain on the police force. So I come from a background of did I miss a stitch? I come from a background of law enforcement, and I just, well, one time when my ex-husband was on the police force when we were married, oh, let me get that out of there. How did I do that? Boy, I just stuck that right on in there, didn't I? Watch out, folks, if you have to use one of these. At least it wasn't sharp. Anyway, my ex-husband was on the police force where we lived in Arkansas. Falk, Arkansas, actually, where my son lives now, when my kids were teenagers. Boy, that is a tight stitch, folks. What did I do to that? I don't know, but I think it's fine. No, that's not a stitch at all. Oh, that's not a stitch. Good golly, Miss Molly. Here's my stitch. Anyway, I'm sorry. He had come in contact with an unsavory person that had a criminal history. And this guy had threatened to burn our house down, okay? Oh my gosh. You talk about afraid. When you get a threat like that somebody's going to burn your dwelling down, and he said while we were sleeping in it, some night he was going to come burn our house down. Oh my. That jades your opinion of the general population. Of course, it's not the general population, but you can see why I don't want to give out my address. I have lived through some scary months, okay? Of course, I know that was a totally different situation, but they're out there, my friends. They're out there. They are out there, and unfortunately, there are some bad folks out there with warped ideas, and goodness overcomes evil in the end. But that's why I don't have my physical address on there. It's not my friendly friends I'm fearful of. It's whatever else is out there. So that is the main reason that I have been jaded and cautious, and so that's my story of the threat to get my house burned down. And that was in the 80s, my friends. The late 80s. Oh yeah. Of course, nothing ever happened. But it took a while to get over that. And I am not going to forget that, okay? That was traumatizing to me. I wish he hadn't ever even told me that. I don't know why he told me that. He could have kept that to himself. I mean, if they're going to burn your house down, they're going to burn your house down. Don't pull me in. Don't scare me. That was my thought. Anyway, wouldn't that be horrible for some evil person to come do that? You'd have to be pure evil. I had children. We had children. Oh, hold on, folks. I got to turn this heater off. It's getting warm in this room. Okay. People love to... This unsavory people love to... I guess he got a thrill out of it. I don't know. Anyway, that's history. That's history, and I'm just talking because we're crocheting. I hope you have a project. Come on, sit down. Let's crochet. Let me tell you some stuff. Oh, that wasn't a pleasant story. I also have another story. When my husband, ex-husband, he was a deputy sheriff. That's what his title was, and that's where he worked for the sheriff's department. Okay. Well, he worked the night shift. Okay, he got off at 6 in the morning, and he worked 10 to. That's how they did it, 10 to 6. And I was a nurse. I told y'all I was a nurse. And I was a nurse in a hospital there in Texarkana, which was about 15 miles from Falk, north. And that's where I worked at. And I worked the day shift. So usually when I left for work at 6:50, he wasn't home from work anyway. I never saw him in the mornings. He was there when I got off at 3, but anyway, I had gone to work, and I didn't know anything was wrong. I thought everything was fine, like always. Coffee, my friends, coffee. And there was a guard at the hospital that worked the night shift. And he was a member of the sheriff's department. Actually, he was a sheriff's deputy like my husband, but he moonlighted to make some extra money. And so he worked at the hospital from 10 to 6. I guess there for any, there's weirdos come in the ER. Anyway, that's what he did. And I came to work. I clocked in at 7. I clocked in every day, 4 minutes till 7. I was never late. I don't believe in being late. I'm always early. Well, I'm not now. My husband is never early. He's always late. So we have to work around his schedule. But I'm not one to be late because I'm a nurse. I mean, I know you got to be there. And anyway, so I clocked in and I went to my work area and I was getting a report on some patients. And this deputy sheriff walked up and he said, "Miss So-and-so, I need to talk to you." And I said, "Oh, yeah. What's going on?" Well, there had been a murder during the night out in the county where my husband worked and where we lived. It was a murder of another deputy. Oh, yeah. He had, this deputy was alone in his patrol car, and he had stopped to investigate a suspicious car. I don't know all the details. I never heard all the details. I don't want to know all the details anyway. But this guy stopped to investigate, the deputy. Well, there was a couple of unsavory characters, criminals, per se, criminals, out in the woods. I don't know what they were doing there. I never found out. I don't think they found out. But anyway, they ambushed the deputy. They killed him execution style. I know they stood over his body and smoked cigarettes and ate Twinkies. Yeah, it was terrible. The guy had a family and everything. Middle-aged deputy. Well, of course, the patrol car was out there and they couldn't get into contact with him, so they found him like that. Oh my goodness. Well, this sheriff's department went into all-out mode to find these guys, and they did. Oh, and my husband was in on it, ex-husband. And there was a shootout, and my husband was in on it. So we don't know. He doesn't think his bullet hit any of them, but he was totally shook up, and that's what this deputy was wanting to tell me, what happened to my ex-husband, then husband. Oh my gosh, I was so worried. I kept saying, "Is he all right? Is he all right?" "Yes, ma'am, he's all right. He's all right. He's just all shook up." Well, I left work because I figured he needed me. And I've never seen anybody like that before. Oh my goodness. He couldn't go to sleep. He was just traumatized. Okay. So, anyway, that's my sorry to tell you a gruesome story, but I'm just saying, I know that my point is, it's not safe out there, folks. It's not all unicorns and butterflies and all that. Wow. I don't know how long this video's getting to be, but I'm coming right along with this. Anyway, now no one I know is in law enforcement. My oldest son, who was a captain in Texarkana Police Department, has retired. That's the one that I was telling you I don't hear a whole lot from, and I'm making this blanket for him. Yes, I am. And he don't even know I have a channel, so he won't be watching this. So some of y'all were telling me in the comments about you having kids and they don't ever come to see you, or they don't call you, or they don't. Well, I understand, I do. So I hope y'all have a great new year. This is the start of a fresh new year. It feels the same as yesterday to me. And time goes by so fast, especially when you get to be my age. When I was a kid, as all of y'all know, time went by so slow. Look what I've done since I've been talking to you guys. What have y'all done since we've been chatting? Turn around here to me, my friends, my good friends that I care about. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with me. It was story time this morning. I hadn't planned to tell that story, but when I started talking about why I'm so careful, it just came to my mind. I guess getting threatened with your house burned down, I'll never forget that. That was when I had kids. It was bad, folks. It was bad. And I wish I'd never known that, because the house didn't get burned down, and if I didn't know it, I would have been worried, and well, what can I do about it? Don't tell me about it. But I guess I don't know, he wanted me to worry like he did. I don't know. Anyway, that came to my mind. So that's my criminal story, okay? My law enforcement experience secondhand. Okay, friends. Well, Happy New Year. I hope you're crocheting on something great today. I hope we're having black-eyed peas for luck, cabbage for prosperity, and cherry pie, Louis, my husband, says for luck. I never heard of it till I got with this guy. But he believes in it, so we have it. So, and cornbread. I made the cornbread, the black-eyed peas, and the cherry pie yesterday. All I have to do today is cook that cabbage, which won't take very long. I fry it with some onion. Yum. Let that onion get sweet. Kind of caramelize the onion. Oh, folks, that's good. That's good Texas cooking. I guess Southern cooking. Okay, friends. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for helping me reach the 600 subscriber mark. If you're watching this video, my friends, and you're not a subscriber, I invite you to subscribe. We chat a lot. I show projects a lot. Oh, I have something else to show you. Wait, hold on. Look what I got. Look what I got. This is one of those grocery bags. I bought it yesterday. I had to go pick up the cabbage, okay? Because you got to have cabbage. I bought 2 of them. They're good for yarn bags. That's why I bought them. And in this one, I have all the yarns. I hope you can see that. I hate when I show stuff and you can't see it. I have all my yarns in it that I'm using on this granny square, and I lay it sideways. And I just pull from that. I was going to show you that, and I forgot. I got off on the criminal side of life. But I was going to say, please subscribe. Please give me a like. Give me a comment. Tell me what's going on in your world. Happy New Year. Have a great meal today. It doesn't cost a lot to make a bag of black-eyed peas and some cornbread. So, folks, I love y'all. God bless you. Come back and see me again. And Happy New Year. Happy 2024. And I'm out of here. The show is over. It's a wrap. I love y'all, and so does God. Bye now.